First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So friends, in this video that is on lesson number 8 on the topic profit and loss. So now we are going to solve a question that is based on the concept called more or less, right? So on every video I'm repeatedly saying this, always do not directly come to this lesson number 8 and do not watch this lesson number 8 directly, because without learning all the previous lesson. So always start learning from lesson number 1, introduction, and then basic question, and then 3 different model, and then framing an equation, and then finally come to this lesson number 8 to learn what is called as more or less concept, right? So, and many students were asking me to teach a formula also, but no, I won't do that, because if you start solving a quantitative aptitude question by a formula, then you have to start by adding all the formulas in quantitative aptitude. Think that there are 18 to 19 important topics on quantitative aptitude, and each topic it has nearly 20 formulas. Nearly approximately, I'm saying, if you take a huge topic like time and work, profit and loss, time and distance, if you take these kinds of topic, they will be nearly 18 to 20 formulas. So totally, for quantitative aptitude alone, you have to learn 250 formulas. That is not at all possible. Kindly do not learn a formula. So even up to this lesson number 7, I didn't teach any question to solve by using a formula, right? All the question I have taught you only by a percentage method or else by a traditional method. Even if you take the question of what I am going to teach in this lesson number 8, the same question you can see in your books also, because memory based question. You can able to see in the same question book also, but they used to solve that question by a formula. You seems to be that is easy. It seems to be easy, but learning a formula is very difficult for your exams. At any point, do not depend on a formula. In case, even in most of my videos, if I teach a formula, then on the same video, right, I will teach you a traditional method also. That's the reason I will teach you both, right? So do not depend only on the formula, learn the traditional method also. This lesson also you have a formula, but I'm not going to teach that. Why? Because you should know the basics. If you learn the formula, then in any one of the values are missing in the question, if you learn only the formula, then you can't able to solve it. But if you learn the method what I'm going to teach now, then without a formula you can able to solve. If there are some values are missing in the question, you can directly keep that value as a x and you can solve in the traditional method. And I'm not going to teach a formula here. In case if required in the website, I can post those formulas, but while teaching I'm not going to teach any formula in the topic profit and loss, right? So only by traditional method or else by a small techniques I will teach you to solve a question. So friends, now profit and loss, lesson number 8, more or less concept. So first, before solving a question, I will tell you what kind of question you can able to see in this lesson number 8. For example, the cost price will not be given. Let me take a boy purchase a book, right, for some amount, right? The cost price is unknown. So book cost price is unknown, but the data will be in the question like, in case if he sells the book for 5% profit, right, which is 105%, yes or no, right? So in case if he sells the book for 5% profit, then the price will be 410. Example I am saying 410. In case the same book, if he sells for 25% profit, then the book price, 25 means 125% profit. Then the selling price of the book will be 505. Let me keep like this, 505 rupees. Then what is the cost price of the book? So these data will be given, right? So the book cost price is unknown. Our target is to find what is the cost price of the book. In case if he sells the book for the 5% profit, then the selling price will be 410. The same book, if he sells for 25% profit, then the selling price will be 505. Then what is the cost price? So here at this point you have to know one simple concept, right? Because there are two selling price has been given and the 2% profit percentage has been given. Simple logic here is the difference, right? The difference in the amount and difference in the percentage. 105% profit, which is 5% profit, 25% profit, the difference will be 20% here. Yes or no? Then what is the difference in price? So here it is 90, here it is 5, 95 will be the difference. So this 20% will be 95. Our target is to find what is the cost price. So cost price will always be 100, what I have told you in the previous video. So 100% is equal to X. So if you cross multiply it, you will get the answer. So friends, understood, right? This is alone important to solve this questions that on lesson number 8. Because for solving this, there is a formula that is not required. Why? Because in some of the question, this value will not be given. So we can keep x, and then I will tell you how to solve a question. Similarly, these two values will be given. This value will not be in the question. So we can keep that as x, and in a formula we can keep that value as an x and find the difference, because cost price will be given and this value will be x. I will tell you where you need to keep x and how to solve the question. So if you learn only formula, then you can't able to crack these kinds of question if some values are missing. That's the reason I'm not teaching a formula here. So friends, understood? So these kinds of question we are going to learn in this lesson number 8. I will give you some homework question also after solving 3 or 4 questions. So now let me move on to the question that is based on more or less concept in lesson number 8. So here is the first question. So Vijay sold a watch at a gain of 5%. And he sold it for 72 more, he would have gained 13%. So find the cost price of the watch. So similarly, our target is to find what is the cost price of the watch. So cost price is unknown here, right? So our target is to find what is the cost price. But they have given two data. He sold this watch for how much profit? 5% profit. Then it will be 105%. So the selling price of the first watch is 105. But we don't know how many price he sold for how many price he sold that watch, but they have given a data, right? So Vijay sold a watch with a gain of 5%, which is 105%. So second data, in case if he sells the watch for 13%, right? So he could have got 72 rupees more. So which means if 113% is the selling price, then he could have got 72 rupees more. So which means when compared to the first profit, he is getting 72 rupees more. So friends, understood or not? So in case if you can't able to understand this, you can assume some value here. First data, if he is selling the watch for 5%, let me keep the selling price of the first watch is 200. Example I am saying, right? So in case if he sells the same watch with a gain of 13%, he is getting 72 rupees more. So which means it will be 272 rupees. So understood? Just assuming a value, right? 200 and 272. So now the difference of percentage and difference of this price value. So what is the difference of percentage? 5, 13, 8% is the difference. What is the difference in rupees? 72. So this 8% is 72. So our target is to find what is the cost price. 100% is equal to X. So once you write this step correctly, then solving the complete question is very easy. So friends, understood or not, right? So the selling price of the watch is 5% profit, but we don't know the price. In case if he sells the watch with a gain of 13%, he is getting 72 more. Then that 5% and 13% difference will be 72. So that difference is 8%. So 8% difference is 72. So 100% is equal to X. I'm just, in case if you can't able to understand how that 72 comes, just we are assuming a value. In case the first selling price is 200, then the second selling price will be 72 more, which is will be 272. So now the difference will be 72, right? So now just cross multiply it. So X is equal to 72 into 100 divided by 8. So 8 9s are 72. So X is equal to 900. So which means the cost price of the watch is 900. So this will be the answer for the question. In case if you want to check, there is an option, right? In case we can also check whether we have solved the question correctly or not. Yes, you can, because we found the cost price of the watch is how much? 900. So let me check whether we are getting that 72 rupees more or less, right? Just see here, if he sells the watch with the 5% profit. So what is 5% here? 1% is 9. 5% will be 45. So 945 will be the selling price of the watch. So the same watch in the second data, if he sells it for 13% profit, so what about 13%? 10% will be 90, 3% will be 27, so 1017. So this will be the selling price of the same watch with the second data, if it is 13% profit. So now what is the difference here? Is 72 rupees. So we are getting the data or not? So similarly, what they mentioned here, if he sells the watch for 13%, then he could have get 72 more. Yes, he is getting 72 more. So the value that we found here is correct. In case if we are not getting 72, we are getting only 68 or something like that, then the answer is wrong. So you don't want to check for all the questions. It is not required. Just I am saying you can also cross check whether you are got the answer correctly or not, but it is not required. Once you solve this question, then you are going to get the correct answer, right? No need to check, but in case if you have a doubt, in the exams whether we have solved it correctly or not, and you can also cross check with that method, right? A small technique. That's it. So this will be the answer for the first question. So this data alone is important. So if it is a profit, how to write this, right? And then don't write only 5 and 13. Some students will do that. They write only 5 and 13 and they just say 8%. Yes, that is correct. But if it is loss, or if one value is profit and one value is loss, there is a more chance of making a mistake here. So better write 105, 113 and here find the difference, right? So that you won't make any mistake. So answer for this question will be 900, which will be the cost price of the watch. Second question. So Raju sells a watch at a 5% profit and he sold it for 24 rupees more. He would have gained 11%. Find the cost price of the watch. A similar concept question, right? Next two are profit, right? Two both are profit. In case if there is one value loss, I will teach you how to solve the question. But next question I will teach you that a same concept question. So first he is selling the watch with the profit of 5%. So our target is to find what is the cost price. So first he is selling the watch with a 5% profit, then the selling price will be 105%. So similarly, in case if he sells the watch with 11% gain, so 111% selling price second, then he could have got 24 rupees more. So the difference of the price is how much? 24. So 5, 11, 6% difference. So the price difference is 24. So that 6% difference is 24. So 100% is equal to X. Cross multiply it, 6 4s are 24, then X is equals to 400. So which means the cost price of the watch is 400. That's it. If you want, you can also cross check, right? You can, for 400 you can find what is 5%, then for 400 you can find what is 11% and check whether you are getting 24 rupees more. If you are getting 24 rupees more, then the answer is correct. If you are not getting, then the answer that we found will be, that is wrong, right? So I hope you won't get that wrong because you are solving it in the right way. That technique is just to check whether you have got the answer correctly or not. Every time you don't want to do that, right? So this is the most important area to solve the question, right? So do not write, again I am saying, do not write only 5 and 11. If you write only 5 and 11, here also the difference is 6. But remember one thing, if both are a profit percentage, then you can do like this. But if one is profit, one is loss, if you write only these two numbers, solving more chance of making a mistake. So always if it is 5% profit, write 105. 5% gain, write 111 and then find the difference here so that you won't make any mistake, right? So answer for question number 2, the cost price of the watch is 400. So last question, that is based on a loss basis and less, right? Two questions were more and this question was less, right? So a shopkeeper sells an article at a gain of 10%. Had he sold for a loss of 20%, its selling price would have been 180 rupees less. So what is the cost price of an article? So when just listen here, if it is more or if it is less, if it is profit or if it is a loss, the solvation method will be same, right? You don't want to learn anything newly. That's the reason the thing I didn't teach the formula here, because for a profit you have to use one formula, for a loss you have to use another formula. So that's the reason I didn't teach the formula. The reason is that concept alone is enough to solve this question, right? So the same procedure, we don't know the cost price, so cost price will be X. So now he is selling the article for a gain of 10%. So 10% will be 110% will be the selling price. So in case if he sells the watch with a 20% loss, if it is 10% profit, then you have to add with it 100% base number. If it is 20% loss, then 100 minus 20 will be 80% will be the selling price. How much rupees less? 180 rupees less. That's it. So friends, understood or not, right? So now the difference, 110, 80. What is the difference here? So difference will be 30. So 30% will be the difference on both the selling price and the rupees difference is 180. Even if some students will ask me like, if it is 180 less, whether I have to write negative 180? No, it is not needed. If it is more or if it is less, we are just calculating only the difference, right? So difference is 180. So difference is 180. Percentage difference is 30. So 100% is equal to X. So X will be 600. That's it. This will be the cost price of the article. That's it. If you want, you can also cross check and you can check whether we are getting the answer or not. So for 600, find what is 10%. For 600, find what is 20%. See the difference? You will get 180 less. That's it, right? So that's the reason I did teach you the formula on this video, right? If you take your books and see, the same question is the memory based question of a competitive exams. You can able to see when you search in a Google also, you can able to see they will solve in a formula, not at all required. Right? This one method is enough to solve all the question that is based on more or less, right? So the number, if it is the price, if it is more or if it is less, no issue, you can directly write that value here. This step alone is important. If it is profit, 100 with the base number, add with the base number. So 100 plus 10% will be 110. If it is 20% loss, 100 minus 20 will be 80. After writing this, find the difference. That's the reason on the two videos earlier I have told you, do not find the difference here. After writing this, find the difference. You will get the correct answer, right? So 30%, cross multiply it, 600. In case if you have a doubt, you can also cross check with the percentage value and whether you are getting 180 more or less, right? So friends, that's it. So I hope you understood the logic how to solve these kinds of questions. I will give you one question as a homework here, one or two questions as a homework here. So try to solve this question by this method. Surely you will get the answer, right? So after getting the answer of this homework question, so do not forget to write the test on my website, right? I'm really sorry and I can't able to give the test for free because of the server cost reason I have told you many times. So in future that will be turned to free, but now I can't, sorry, really sorry, I can't able to give that test series alone for free. So do not forget to purchase that, only 99 rupees quantitative aptitude. So inside that you can able to see all the topics there. You can able to see profit and loss. So inside the profit and loss we have given 4 or 5 tests. So try to write the test and check what is the level you are, right? Whether you have learned everything correctly or where you are making a mistake, so that you can able to keep on practice more and you can able to learn where you are making a mistakes, right? So thank you so much for watching this video, friends, and if you really like it, share the video to your friends, those are preparing for the competitive exams. So thank you so much for watching it. Bye.